Is there any way to say that a movie is a good punch in the stomach? This is a good punch in the stomach. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raisin Popcorn with Grant, everybody. Tonight, rather, we are talking about a movie. Movies and TV is what we do here. The first of two movies tonight. And the first movie is, because movies and TV is what we do here, Priscilla. Priscilla is written and directed by Sofia Coppola. It is based on the memoir Elvis and Me by Priscilla Presley and another author whose name escapes me. And what is the film about? Well, it's about Priscilla Presley before she was Priscilla Presley. When she was a young woman, played by Kaylee Spaney. Luke, my dude, what's up? Who's phenomenal. And she, while in West Germany in 1959 on an Air Force base, meets a young grunt by the name of Elvis Presley, played by Jacob Elordi, and instantly fall in love. Or is it they instantly fall in love because she's kind of groomed by him? You see, yeah, that's where we get to the complications. Is Priscilla was 14 when she met Elvis, and hell yes, Luke, hell yes. Enjoy, my brother, enjoy. Anywho, yeah, she was 14 and he was grown. I mean, he was, how old was he? Was he like 25, something like that? When they met and they fell in love. And eventually when she turns 18, around when she turns 18, they get married. But here's the problem, is that Priscilla is often trapped somewhat in the gilded cage known as Graceland, my bad. Graceland. Sorry, it's late. Graceland. And having to basically be on the outside as Elvis comes and goes, and in more ways than one, maybe even sleeping around behind her back. And then when he is home, he can go from loving to violently aggressive and abusive pretty easily. Can this relationship survive, or is the king of rock and roll too much to be married to for Priscilla? Let the introspective biographical drama begin. So here's the thing. Priscilla is a film. First off, I should mention I love Sofia Coppola. I think her films are. I've seen all her films. I love her films. She's a genius as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I even love The Bling Ring and Marie Antoinette. I don't care. I love those movies. What she is so good at is creating this idea of the gilded cage. Someone who should be, to the outside world, should be happy because she's in a sort of privileged place, but is trapped in that privileged place. Something like the Virgin Suicides. It was about, the suburban prison of the Lisbon sisters. Lost in Translation. It was Bill Murray being trapped sort of in that, Lost Translation in a way somewhere too. They're both kind of set in hotels that are kind of sort of gilded prisons. The Bling Ring had a lot of that in regards to life in that sort of right outside of Hollywood for these very privileged young people. Something like The Beguiled was a lot of like that in a lot of ways. And even On the Rocks, with the idea of the sort of day in, day out, PTA mom-style world that Rashida Jones is kind of trapped in. And this movie, despite being about Priscilla Presley, it's not really an Elvis movie. It's not really about Elvis. It's about Priscilla. What I think is so fascinating about this movie, first and foremost, I should mention this. I absolutely love this movie. This is one of my favorite films of the year so far. What I love about this movie is it's bleak, but it's bleak in sort of a weirdly invigorating way. This is a story about, here's a woman who, her life is happening on the outside of it. It almost seems like there's a separation between her being and her life itself. There's like a weird, there's sort of a distance. Like she's watching from a distance as her life with this person plays out, and you have to see her sort of gather the strength to overcome that. Kaylee Spaney is phenomenal. The set design is amazing. The costumes. And it's time for me to eat some crow. I sort of promised this many years back, at least a few years back. For those who remember in the early days of this show being on Instagram alive, on my worst of reviews, my number one was Two Hearts, which starred Jacob Elordi, and I said that I was convinced that Elordi was not a good actor. I was convinced that he was some supermodel that got lucky, and I said my hope was that he would be given sort of a Zac Efron, Channing Tatum-like career where a director could really use him to get a good performance within his certain, his sort of style of character. And then on that day, I would apologize. Jacob, I don't know if you're absolutely very likely not watching this. I'm sorry. You were phenomenal in this movie. You were absolutely terrific. And I have to give you credit. Coming off of what is honestly a pretty defining portrayal by Austin Butler last year in Elvis, your portrayal of Presley was really interesting because I thought it was all of a piece. Despite being an abusive character, he's a complex character. I really appreciated how Sofia Coppola, despite all the sort of the rigmarole of like Lisa Marie before she died apparently saying that she didn't like the portrayal of her father. The thing is that he's complicated. I will say this. As much as his behavior is... it's weird to say that these two extremes are best and or worst, but at best is manipulative, at worst is abusive, and also kind of a groomer. Like it's no lie that he basically took this child basically and sort of groomed her to eventually be his wife. I mean, it's really creepy. It's really creepy behavior. But at the same time, I like the fact that he's still a character. He's still a human being. He's not a cartoon. He's not a stereotypical villain. He's not really even a villain per se. He's a complex character. And I feel like anybody looking at this from an objective point of view would see that they don't trash Elvis in this movie necessarily, but they sort of pull back the curtain to what it probably was like living with someone like Elvis Presley. And I really praise Coppola for that, because I think that would be a really hard ask of your audience. It takes real balls to do that. It also takes real balls to end your movie kind of as abruptly as Coppola does, and I'm not going to get into the ending, but I will say this. It's going to divide people. I love the ending. I thought the ending, the way that it ends, the shot it ends on, could not have been more perfect if I imagined it. I love Priscilla. This was a great film, one of the very best of the year. Congratulations, Mr. Elordi. You finally won me over. And also, Kaylee Spaney, you are a superstar. I love this film. And I'm going to give Priscilla, yeah, you see it, bang, 5 out of 5 stars plus for Priscilla. This was a really, this year, man, there are a lot of good movies this year. It's going to be a big, big best of a list and a big worst of a list. Let's be real about it. But yeah, this was, what a great film. Like, truly, what a great film. Another win for, this is honestly one of Coppola's best. I mean, she really killed it with this one. Yeah, so 5 out of 5 stars plus for Priscilla. Let's close the book on it. Trailer Trash, Renaissance, a film by Beyonce. We will see this. I have not bought my ticket yet because they're $30 freaking dollars and I can't use A-list. But we will, at some point, we will review it. And yeah, it looks good. I mean, it's a Beyonce concert movie. Of course it's going to be good. Poor Things, newer trailer, it looks really good. Ferrari, talked about it, looks good. Napoleon, talked about it, looks good. Love Actually, 20th anniversary, re-release. I love Love Actually. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies, so we will be seeing it, and I will be reviewing it. So yeah, I'm definitely going to see that. Argyle, talked about it, looks good. Mean Girls, talked about it, looks good. The Iron Claw, this is, speaking of Zac Efron, this is a new A24 sort of biographical thing about these wrestler brothers. It's in the 80s. It looks very good. It looks really good. Can we please call a moratorium for at least a little while on doing Don't Fear the Reaper in movies of that period? Please. Can we please not have Don't Fear the Reaper and everything? We need to call a moratorium on that and Sympathy for the Devil. Great songs, but like Hungry Like the Wolf, you can't do those kind of songs anymore. Anyway, but yeah, Iron Claw looks good. And then finally, Dream Scenario, talked about it, looks good. Was there shawarma? There is a photograph after the credits. So yeah, there is some shawarma. But yeah, that's it. And that's it. We will be back very soon for a review of the new Meg Ryan film, What Happens Later. Tomorrow, we'll have 3 reviews late tomorrow night. Those are of Trolls Band Together. I'm going to do an early screening of it. Sorry, words, they're hard. Trolls Band Together, early review of that. We will also have, barring an embargo, of course, we will have reviews of The Marsh King's Daughter and the Persian version. Sunday, we'll have a review of Quiz Lady. Monday is a mystery. We have an AMC Screen Unseen. I don't know what the movie's going to be yet, but we'll have a review of it, whatever it may be. And then, lastly, on a Tuesday is Under the Boardwalk. So we'll have reviews of all those. Also, look out next Wednesday is the plan for, on my second channel, More Popcorn with Grant, for the inaugural episode of Bad Movie Nights with Grant. The first episode is on Knights of the Zodiac. So we will be watching that live and riffing, me and the crew. Come check us out. And that's all coming up, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, or maybe share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if you say, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to have answer reviews, this and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at Raised on Popcorn with Grant. Twitter, I'm at Raised Grant. You can find me on Facebook. Raised on Popcorn with Grant. Serialized, all one word, all lowercase, Raised on Popcorn. Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Raised on Popcorn with Grant. Check out my podcast, Raised on Popcorn with Grant, the podcast, on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have it, and if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below. What did you think of Priscilla? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? I think my opinion's good. Think I'm full of shit. Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Like, real soon. Bye.